This is where the two septic tanks are. And what this does, when it fills up, it actually has a pump in this one. It pumps it out to that mound out there. And that mound's like a great big swimming pool full of sand and whatnot. And in the center, it's got another pump that sprays it across the whole top that you won't ever see. It filters down and then gets pumped into the yard here. This is the actual drain field. This is my honeysuckle bush. It actually needs to be trimmed back really bad, but that's gonna have to be a fall or a springtime job, I think. See the morning glory? Of course, the honeysuckle smells so nice here. And this bush here, I forgot it was even in here. I don't remember the name of it, but it has these red trumpet flowers on it. This is a quince hedge, and it was full of blackberries, and I ripped a bunch of them out of there already last time I was here and trimmed these bushes back, and my sons did haul that off. Now in here I have what they call a voodoo lily. It's not in bloom because it was so sheltered, no light in here. But this takes a lot of moisture, and normally when I was here I fill that up with horse manure clear to the top when these have all died back, which is usually in the winter time, and that usually makes them really bloom nice. I don't remember what this bush is called, but it does bloom. I don't know if it's all that scented. Inside here, yeah, you can see it right there. There's a fence panel. That's actually where the honeysuckle was planted on. And so it comes out, approximately 10 feet from where it's supposed to be. That's why I say realistically, we can take this and trim this back this next year. I planted these cedar trees here. All this has been planted in here to give privacy from the park over there. There's nosy city people that will complain about anything, and if anyone comes out to investigate, they find there's nothing wrong with what's going on around here, just that they're just nosy and don't know any better. So this is the mound. That's a bunch of dirt there that you can't mow. Excuse me, it's there's these pipes in the ground. Here's one of them. I do believe, I don't know if they all stood in the same place or if they were in here. It's been a while, but he's adding dirt to it so you could mow over it. Well, you just don't throw the dirt in, you got to spread it out, otherwise you get stuck with that. There's another tractor out there, farm all. And one year, didn't know it, but it ended up filling the cylinders with water. Then when it froze, it blew the block. There's some of the cows out there. There's a trusty dog. Hey, Crash. Crash. You good boy. We also trimmed that tree there. It looks like hell right now, but it was trying to kill itself, just spreading out quite a bit. It's golden locust, and every time the branches went out there, they started breaking, so we kind of butchered that tree to see if that's going to help things. Otherwise my kid was going to take it out, and it's so pretty, the golden color and whatnot. I hated to see that, so that's why we trimmed it. I put a bunch of these faucets in, frostless faucets, because I used to do a lot of watering around here, keeping all the plants going. This is such a nice hedge. It needs trimmed back a little bit more, and the whole top needs to be shoved back in, as in cut it off. And there's also a magnolia, I think it's called, in here. It's supposed to be a humongous tree, which it is getting up there, but it has these big white flowers on it. This is supposed to be a hedge, which obviously we're letting it get up, but these little flowers, they are so scented, and I don't know if you can hear it or not, but the bees are in here just enjoying it, and the hummingbirds love it too. And of course, there's a blackberry. It needs to be whacked out. Got a bumblebee in there. Hear a lot of buzzing, but I can't. Oh, there's a honeybee there. Here you can see I mowed this thing as short as I could. And here, Steven's girlfriend, what a crash. She's got a little garden going here. This is actually the worst place because the morning glories you can see up against the house there, it was thick in here. But I guess if you stay on top of it, you'll be okay. Looks like we need some water. You're such a good boy. Here she's got, I don't know if those are edible or what, but peas. Some snapdragons. Can't think of it right now. I love those. Glads. And the son built a fence for her. Border fence. There's a snowball bush. It looks like a tree now. The hummingbirds are in the cherry tree. If I don't know exactly where he is. I think he's right there. The hummingbirds are in there, and all the other birds are jumping in there too because they see the cherries are ripe. And these cherries are a pie cherry, and I've never had a pie off this because it was so small when I left. And this is probably the first year that they're really coming out nice. And you can see them getting bid on. So I'm going to let my son know it's time to come out and pick, even though some of them aren't ripe. Still good. There's the apple tree that didn't get trimmed. I need to come out here in the early spring and show my son how to do it. He tries, but he hasn't the foggiest. And right now some of those branches just rip you off the lawnmower. Those ones are way over there. So anyway, we also have a problem with moles again. I used to get 100 of them a year using the traps. And he's just now getting to it again because they're just tearing the lawn up. That's hard on the lawnmower. Of course, some beautiful morning glory growing around there. I had the driveway paved because I didn't like the gravel driveway. It was nothing but a muddy mess during the winter time. We'll get all that in a second. So here you can see the moles are working this up over here again. Fresh digs right there. A big old mound. So you can imagine hitting at the lawnmower, and here they're just skimming underneath right where the roots are of the grass.